Hi everyone, this is Marianne and welcome to my channel. In my previous video, I showed you how I have prepared this planner for when I go back to university for my one final semester. I will link that video in the description box. And now in this video, I'm finally going to be doing the planner for that semester. I only ever use a pencil on my planner. This is my favorite mechanical pencil. This is the Tombow Monograph with a 0.5 tip. I have a video review and comparison of this pencil on my channel, and I will link it down below. The lead that I use is the 4B lead. I have here the Uni Nano one, and the 4B lead is my absolute favorite because it is dark and soft. Okay, now here is my monthly spread for September. I already have some items on here. I have been writing things on here as I decide to do them or as I discover that they were happening, and I do not yet have the daily pages for September at that time. And that's what the monthly pages are for in my planner for future planning. Here are the university calendars and guidelines that I have placed inside the section for university. I need to go through the calendars here and check to see which ones have a September deadline and which have time frames that include September so that I can schedule them into the daily pages of my planner. And I am just marking the ones that I have found. And then I just decided to staple some of the sheets together just as a way for me to corral them when they are outside of the discs. Okay, the first thing that I am going to do is to input into my daily pages all of the things that I have already written down on my monthly pages. But first, I'm going to fold out all of the weekly tip-ins that you have seen me glue to the daily pages in the previous video. And then from here on out, it is just a matter of transferring information week by week. First, the week of September 5 to 11, which involves paying a bill. And I do have stickers for bills actually, and I have a video about the functional stickers that I made, which I will link down below. But I have made new ones for new bills. And on that day, I didn't have any sticker paper, so I printed them out on ordinary paper. So I am just going to cut out the piece that I need and use this glue pen to stick it onto the daily page that it should go on. Now this glue pen is drying up. I really like it, but I need to buy a new one. And I tried actually to buy a new one, but for some reason I couldn't find it anymore. I'll keep trying because I really like this glue pen. It is very convenient. Next, I put on a side reminder tab for the bill to have an extra reminder for myself that there is something to pay. And then I also remembered that I had to purchase prepaid credits for my cell phone on September 4, so I wrote that in as well. And then I just continued transferring information and affixing the side reminder tabs as needed. Now the side reminder tabs are not for every single task. The side reminder tabs are only for tasks that are out of my normal, regular daily routine, so they need extra preparation. Like for bills, I must make sure that I have transferred enough funds to the card that I use for the specific bills. And then also when I have to attend a social event, that takes preparation too. I need to clean up and look decent, wear decent clothes, wear shoes. Errand days also get their own side reminder tabs because errands can be exhausting for me. So I must make sure that I have nothing much else scheduled for the rest of the day. And you will see that as we go along. Now, I also have a video about my side reminder tabs on my channel, and I will link it down below. In September, we have the Peña Francia Fiesta. It is a 2-week-long religious festivity to honor Our Lady of Peña Francia, or La Nuestra Señora de Peña Francia. She is the patron saint for the Bicol region where I live. and she is yet another incarnation of Mary. And because of the Peña Francia fiesta, work and classes are suspended on specific days. And also, people from all over the country actually come here to my city, which is the center of the festivities. So, traffic is really terrible. I myself do not observe the festivities, but I try to steer clear away from where the chaos is. So even going out for anything needs to be scheduled so as not to get stuck in traffic. So I have also placed on my daily pages right where the date headers are, beside the date headers, I have indicated there certain events in which roads are going to be closed because that's when the traffic is going to be really, really bad. Those are the days that I must stay home. So anyway, I just move on, placing information from the monthly pages into the daily pages. I write the item by hand, place the side reminder tab for it as needed, and if it is a bill, I do have stickers for that. And after all of the items on my monthly pages have been transferred to the daily pages, I can put the monthly pages for September back onto the discs and then move to the school calendars over here. September 20 is the deadline for submitting the application for graduation. And I do have a side tab for deadline. And because it is a hard deadline that I cannot miss, which is also a university related task, I wanted to put a university side tab as well, but then I realized I was all out of the university side tabs, so I printed out a new sheet. There's a double reminder. There is a deadline, and it's also a task for school. Now, October 7 is the deadline for the request for final defense, and since the daily pages for October are not yet available, I'm writing that deadline on the monthly pages for October. Now have a look at this printed sheet over here. The list of forms is in blue colored text, which means that there are links. Whenever I'm ready to fill out a form, I can go to the file for this printout on my computer, click the link that applies, and the form will be downloaded and I can fill it out and submit it, all electronically. It is very, very convenient. And there is really nothing much here in the calendars for September except for that one deadline for September 20. So I can really devote the entire September to writing my thesis. There are more tasks to do next month according to the calendars, but that's for October and I will deal with that at the proper time. And now at this point, I can put the school calendars and guidelines back onto the discs. Next, I need to make sticky notes for the notebook deliveries that I need to make for the notebook orders under my birthday promo, in which all the notebooks were at a small discount. I'm going to use these semi-transparent sticky notes. These are the ones made of plastic, and you can write on them with a pencil. I made one sticky note per person and also placed on there the number of notebooks that they have ordered. I don't need to mail them all out right away and not every day, because when they finalized their order, like before they finalized their order, I told them that it might take a while for me to ship out the notebooks to them because a lot of people have ordered. And everyone said that they were not in a hurry. They just wanted to stock up on notebooks while there was a sale going on. So all is good. I have already shipped out a bunch of notebooks to the first few people on the production queue. But these are the people that's left waiting for their notebooks still. There's still a lot, but it's very doable. Now I just have arbitrarily stuck one or two sticky notes for the notebook deliveries every other day, just to give me an idea of when I can finish everything. When I spread them out, I can just transfer the sticky notes from day to day as my schedule changes. I can advance some of the sticky notes and move them down or move them up as my schedule changes. Okay, now for the one most crucial task that needs to be scheduled, the actual writing of the full thesis. I have all of these sticky notes prepared months ago. These are sticky notes that I made. I have printed these out on sticker paper and then pasted the sticker paper on a white sticky note and cut the whole thing down to size. Later on, I'll show you how I did it. Now, if the deadline for request for final defense is October 7, that means my thesis must be with my advisor and my critic on October 3. They do not have to approve it right away. They still have to go through that because the final defense has to be at least a month after the request for final defense. But my advisor and critic already has to have the thesis in their hands as proof that we can already go through them together before we send in the final request for defense on October 7. I need to write chapters 2, 3, and 4 of my thesis and the concluding chapter, which will be chapter 5. So looking at my September monthly pages, I can devote 1 week to one chapter exactly. And then it's just a matter of putting the sticky notes on the daily pages, one sticky note for every single day, Monday through Sunday, without a break. I will start with a chapter that will be discussing the novel Soledad Sister because that is actually a quarter done already. I've been working on it sporadically since last year. As for the sticky notes for the other chapters, they're still over here where the rest of my stickers are. They are still stickers and they haven't been converted yet to sticky notes. And I will do that now. Although, halfway through doing this, I realized, why am I opting to use repositionable sticky notes when I have no choice but to do these on the day that they will be stuck on? So I might as well should have just used the sticker layer without converting them into sticky notes. But that's hindsight already, and also brain fog. Now, how I convert the stickers into a repositionable sticky note, I just put the sticker paper pieces onto this white sticky note, cut it down to size, and it becomes a sticky note. So while watching me do this on camera, let me tell you a little bit about my thesis. I'm going to analyze 3 novels about diaspora and transnationalism, novels written in English by 3 Filipino writers and published in the Philippines. These 3 novels are Tiempo Muerto, written by Caroline Howe and published in 2019, Soledad Sister, written by Jose Y. Dalisay Jr. and published in 2008, and The Quiet Ones, written by Glenn Diaz and published in 2017. I've chosen these 3 novels because they provide 3 different perspectives on the matter of Philippine diasporic realities. Tiempo Muerto talks about the main character, who is an OFW, coming back to the Philippines to search for her missing mother. Soledad's Sister is the story about 2 sisters who exchanged identities so that one of them can go overseas to work as an OFW or an overseas Filipino worker but ends up dead. And The Quiet Ones is about a group of call center employees who successfully stage a money heist against their foreign employer. The framework that I will be using to analyze these 3 novels is spectrality, which falls under the deconstructive method of analysis. Spectrality really says that the uncanny in any creative work is a symbol for social ills, and the specter is at the center of its representation. Now, in spectrality, there does not need to be an actual ghost. It only requires an uncanniness, a certain sense of something wrong, such as time being out of joint, which is what Derrida says when he was talking about the specters of Marx. I have already defended the thesis proposal in August of last year, and my defense panel gave me the go signal to proceed with writing the full thesis, and that is what I am cramming for now. I know I should have been doing this for months at a normal pace, not in this insane pace, but I don't know. I've never been good at pacing myself when dealing with major tasks. I always end up cramming. I crammed for every single one of my final papers in graduate school. I got very high grades for all of my classes despite all of the cramming, so all is okay. But sometimes I wonder if I will have less stress if I do not cram. I wouldn't know. I never not cram. So anyway, because of my very bad time management, here I am cramming again. And so the schedule will be really, really tight. And that's okay. If it's just going to be for 1 month, I can endure that. It will not kill me. All of my notes are complete. I have done all of the readings. All of my secondary sources have been decided on. And all I really need to do is to write the darn thing, chapter by chapter by chapter. Okay, now the planning is over and I can show you a final flip through of how my September is going to look like beginning on September 5. For the week of September 5 to 11, my major goal as a literary scholar is to finish writing the chapter on Soledad's sister. And all of the tasks related to fulfilling that goal is already on the daily pages. I also have one video planned for my YouTube channel right here, and here are my notes for the video on these index cards that I have hole punched for the disc bound. I'm not sure if I actually will have the time and energy to do this video, but we will see. I know my priorities. I can move that to another day. I also have another video planned about my old Apple Watch, and here are the sticky notes for it. That came from my YouTube Kanban board. Link will be below, but not sure if I can do that video either. But I will keep it here just in case. I also have a podcast to make that I noted down here about life as a person with disability, and that feels kind of off. I don't even remember writing that in here. I will erase that and transfer it to a different week closer to the end of the month. Now for the week of September 12 to 18, I do want to make a vlog about my progress of my thesis writing work. I did progress vlogs last month when I was working on finishing my novel under the Clarion West Write-a-thon, and I will link the playlist down below. And I found that very fulfilling because it made me accountable to myself. So I'm going to try the same thing with my thesis. Weekly vlogs translates to just 4 vlogs, and that's not difficult to do. I used these transparent sticky notes as well, and I have color-coded the tasks. Orange for filming, yellow for listing down what to say in the voiceover, hot pink for editing, and green for when that video is scheduled to be published, because sometimes I use scheduled publishing. My goal as a literary scholar for the week is to finish writing the chapter on Tiempo Muerto, and all the tasks for this are placed on each day. For the week of September 19 to 25, it's the same thing, a vlog about my progress and the writing of the chapter on the quiet ones. And then finally, for the week of September 26 to October 2, I can have the vlog update once more and finish writing the conclusion as well as polish the entire thesis to prepare it for submission to my thesis advisor and my critic. Now here is a weekly task sheet for October 3 to 9, which I have printed in advance. And as you can see, I have already written the October 3 submission on here. And I will also write down the October 7 deadline that I mentioned near the start of the video. And that is it. That is how my September is going to look. I have my work cut out for me. It's my fault. And this is the consequence of it, and I'm prepared to deal with it. Now, if you're interested in my progress on cramming majorly for my thesis, please watch my future vlogs. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel and that you have clicked on the notification bell so that you will get an alert as soon as each vlog is up. Wish me luck, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.